But yes, last session you all were brought to a clearing in the woods near the Glanville Brewery, which by some various cultists to the moon, of which there are four. I would like to remind everyone, because Jesus Christ, and when you were there, you heard crashing and smashing through the woods, and that was promptly and the reason for that was promptly shown by a werebear showing up, which you noticed didn't have the same color of fur as the fur you found over inside the Glanville Brewery. This werebear specifically having a brown sort of tawny coat, versus the black fur that you found on like a nail near the stables of the brewery. So let's switch over into combat in full, and I get the spooky music playing because we are in. God, I love Inscription. Is this a good volume?
Comfortable with that.
Cool. Let's go with that. It doesn't really do much past that, but at the same time, everyone's starting down in the bottom left corner. And what's in the center of this is a pillar made of volcanic stone that's not like pumice volcanic stone, but this is like obsidian, like a black stone pillar with jutting kind of spikes coming out, with a throne on the top that has a man sitting there staring down at everyone inside of it. Obviously very sacred of a location, which is why that there's these cultists whom are here. And the werebear on the other side of it, that is occurring. And it turns out that it is Emmy who gets the jump on everything, with her pirate-like senses. I know, people didn't really kind of jump quickly to, like, up to combat and whatnot, but here we are.
Cool. Can you hover your mouse over where my character is?
Right here.
I can't quite tell that one.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And the werebear is in the corner over there?
The big guy, yeah.
Big thing. Okay. Well, I have... Yeah, so can I move diagonally my 30 feet of movement?
Sure. I love when, you know, diagonally to where? So it's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want to be here?
Yes, I want to be right there.
I also want to specify that these rocks are, like, in the ground. Like, they're kind of like a inlaid sort of stone circle. Like, you can't hide behind them necessarily. But the pillar in the center is able to be hid behind.
Okay, but I have a clear line of shot to our buddy.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Excellent. Alrighty, I guess I will cast Magic Missile at 2nd level.
Okay.
So I can get 4 of them straight at our dude.
Nice. Okay. Any particular way you want to have them? Oh, that's Jesse. Okay, that's why. I forgot to roll initiative for Jesse. Cool. So roll those up because those are just auto hits.
Nope. Wait, that's not correct.
No. Not 4d20.
It's,
for
yeah, 4d20.
Because I was like talking about invalidating my enemy, and I'm like, how'd you get 58 damage on magic missile? But no. Do over.
Here we go.
15 damage is still respectable.
Yeah.
All right. So this mini cannonade appears, and I need to add Jesse into the initiative, who's actually supposed to go ahead of you, but instead is going to go right after you. Because I entirely forgot about...
Do you want to flip next round, or just leave it that way?
Yeah, well, it'll flip around, like, when we get to next round, but, like, you know, your turn's already done, you already ran out, like, perfect. Cool, okay, so you have this small cannonade. What color did you want it again? I forgot, it was, like...
I think I want it, like, a ghostly kind of blue.
Right, to kind of, like, go with the bloodline and whatnot. So, yeah, this cannonade pops off, little little flares of smoke kind of surrounding you in this like halo of violence that these shards fly off at the werebear, who honestly, like, seeing the werebear now, you actually see that they have like some equipment on them, and they're not just totally without any sort of, like, they have like a bandolier across. They actually have like what appears like a greatsword on their back, and whatnot, and they seemed very much totally pulled into their kind of like rage that's happening, which is why they're stunned when they suddenly feel thunk as all these like little shots kind of like fire into them. So let me get.
Ooh, and then I would like to use my bonus action
Okay.
to fly forward an additional 10 feet.
You want to fly towards it even more?
I do.
Oh, crazy. Diagonally?
Yes.
So
Remember
you want to
not
end
to
up
touch the stone, it's
right here?
poisonous.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
you
not touching it. I'm
You
just
have
beside it.
heard that the stone can curse you. You have no idea how, though. Like, how
I'll be
that whole thing
careful.
works. Yeah, it's probably for the best. Okay, cool. Let's, that's what I was doing. Okay, I had to kind of reassess what I was looking for, and, oh, okay, cool, that's good. Boom, and let me see how much damage. Dropped to hull 15. Cool and good. Alright, so, now, seeing you kind of, like, surge forward, I mean, like, what sort of first mate just leaves the captain out in the lurch? Jesse's going to move forward, and let me see. I need to have Jesse's stuff on hand, because as much as I spent
a sheet.
oh, actually, I do have a sheet for her. I totally forgot that I made that. I was like, God, it'd be great if all this information was in one place. It is in one place.
Job you.
Yeah, I'm way ahead of myself currently.
More coffee needed.
There's no, probably less, if anything.
Less coffee needed.
I am
Or water.
I'm too excited for this session. Is what's happening. Right. Okay. Yes. So, how far can you? 30 feet? How far did you move? God damn it. Out of 30 feet range?
I moved 40.
right now.
Okay. Let me look at this right here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. 3 carriers. Cool. Okay. So, Jesse's gonna go 5, 10? Is that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30? Yes, you're just in range now. Okay, and Jesse's going to grab the prayer beads from her side, put them out in front of her, and you're gonna, like, as much as you know this is like a religious sort of thing, she holds it forth with her right hand, and through the armor you see the symbol that is tattooed on her forearm glow through in a, like, kind of sickly green as she holds these prayer beads, and there's this emanation of energy that comes through as she puts out. She doesn't so much, it doesn't sound like a prayer as much as like an oath is sort of like stated, and specifically Emmy, Glim, and Lucy all get the bless effect.
Woohoo.
So there you are. That's been cast, and that was 5, 10, 15. Oh, actually, I have it locked on, so.
I was just like, oh, hey, we could read the description.
Yeah, you can actually read
well,
that.
you guys can.
Weird. So yeah, basically, whenever you do an attack roll or a saving throw, before the spell ends, which means it has a concentration or up to 1 minute. So basically this whole fight, hopefully, you can add a d4 to attack rolls or saving throws. So that was 5, 10, that was 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then will pull the greatsword off of her back and ready herself for what she assumes is the upcoming charge. Hoping to be... You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to have her specifically try and... So Jesse tries to yell out at the werebear, specifically going, like taking her one of her arms, hitting it on her breastplate to sort of like make a clang noise and go, "Hey, over here!" To try and get its attention, but it seems like its attention is fairly fixed on the person that just shot a whole bunch of magical shards into it. So that didn't really work. And that was Jesse's turn, heading over to Ashy.
Let me count. Which square would actually hit the werebear? Like its arm that it's sticking out?
It's large size, so it's actually taking up
The
all
4
of that
squares.
space.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to double check. So from it, 5, 10.
So yeah, any of those spaces are considered it's occupying.
I think my range is 120 feet. Let me double check my range on my. From 60 feet. Okay, so I want to go basically behind the pillar, kind of, to line of sight it.
That doesn't work.
I need to see how far I want to be able to step behind it to stealth. So
you want to get behind the pillar.
Yeah, I want to be able to line of sight it, and I only have 30 feet, so I don't know if I can get there. So
Okay, let me
I'm
check
kind of
that. That'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. You can get there with 45 feet.
well, I don't want to directly be behind. I'm just saying I just need to line of sight it. So I was wondering.
That's really hard to do. But you can just jump into the woods, however, to get to
Oh,
hide.
that's fair. Okay, yeah. So I need to get within 60 feet for my weapon.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, yeah, actually, if you go along the bottom edge, you can get within 60. I'm fairly certain. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Yeah, you can get within 60 if you go to exactly this tile here.
I can't make it that far in 30.
Right, yeah,
Personally.
you definitely can. But I'm
Okay,
saying that,
so-
like,
All right,
that's...
let me do the math here.
That right here is
10,
60.
5, 10, 15,
In a straight
20,
line.
25, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, 8, 12. I need 12 spaces to hit it, right? 12 times 6. Nope, 10. Okay, so I'm gonna move basically straight across my full 30
Okay.
into the woods under Glimwell. So I'm going to just move my character directly right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30? Here?
And 1 up for the 30.
Oh, like here?
Nope, north, out of the woods, like just right on the edge
Oh,
there.
here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if I can count that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. If I just make like a kind of zigzag motion, I count 55.
Okay. To here?
I hit the bear. I hit the bear.
Oh,
I need
to, like,
60.
actually... Okay.
I counted 55. I just wanted to say, if you want to double check, I was just kind of going like diagonal and up to get to it.
So you're saying you're within 160? No,
No, I'm saying I'm
120 from
within
here?
60. I'm saying I'm within 60 feet where I'm at. If I zigzag the squares, just count it for me. If I can I hit the bear at 60 feet, basically?
You just use the ruler and see how.
Oh, yeah, there's a ruler. Let's see. That's actually just 60. So...
Okay,
Wow.
because I counted up once, so
Thank
that
you
makes
for
the math.
reminding me about that.
Thanks.
Shit.
I did it. So I'm going to roll for attack.
Yeah, that works. Do you want to hide?
I was gonna ask if I bonus action stealth, is it advantage?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
It just means that you're going to be visible come your next turn. Actually, no, you'd be able to do another hide. I'd say you'd be able to do a hide check.
Use my bonus action to do hides and move around the woods was kind of my thought.
But I'm saying to stay hidden, I would allow you to, after you attack, do a hide check at disadvantage again, to then remain hidden.
So technically I'm hidden, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action to hide at the end of the turn. In technicalities.
Something like that. It's basically in 3.5 there was an old rule for sniping, where it's if you didn't move, you could then roll stealth again to make sure, so that like people wouldn't notice you, but it was at like a -10 or something. So that's what I'm trying to mimic, because I think it's a really cool idea to stay stealthed. But yeah.
Okay, so for my ranged attack, it's 1d20 plus 6. Let me actually type that, not just a button. Does 14 hit?
Does 14 hit? Let me go and have those stats up to check. It does. Yes, it does.
Cool. So my sneak attack is 3d6. And my main attack is 1d6, so I'm gonna roll the 4d6 plus 3.
Sounds good. Right, that's the way I was checking stuff on my phone.
So I did 20 damage.
Hell yeah. That you
I got
did.
2 6 on that.
Yeah, you did. Man, you guys are rolling pretty good on like your stuff at this point. Cool. So that's another 20 damage onto.
And then you want me to bonus or disadvantage hide?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm just gonna do the 2d20 and
again, what is your it's yeah, so like basically these pink tracer rounds fire off from the bushes. That like again, it's basically this Kenku runs into the woods, disappears, and then at the moment of everyone thinking, where'd you go? Just these fucking crystalline pink shards fly out, connecting with the werebear. I'm imagining, like, it's connected pretty good. I'm thinking that, like, probably connected somewhere along, like, the side of its ribs. And whatnot.
Yeah, maybe like a quick line, like do.
Oh, yeah. That sounds good.
All right, so this is my stealth, 19 and 10. So
we're taking the 10. That'd be a 19 on that. Let me roll an opposed. Okay. Seemingly, from the gist of it, the werebear is not able to perceive the difference of those attacks from Emmy's bolts that came beforehand.
Because 6 seconds, there's like light, there's light. There was
yeah,
blue,
it's basically
now
just
it's
like
pink.
just all this stuff comes in and basically sees this like phantom cannonade, like ha and being
And
like,
she moves closer.
oh, yeah, exactly, and then like jaunts towards the werebear and is like, well, that's the problem. So yes,
I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
All right,
and that's
sounds
my turn.
Good. Cool. Over to Lucy.
These 3 purple things around?
Those are your cultist friends that have showed up to the fight to help you.
Well, hopefully.
No, they're like, from what you gauge, they're incredibly freaked out about this and like this werebear being here. That's not supposed to be happening, as far as they know.
I was gonna ask if they wanted us to kill or, leave, like, just knock them out. Like, that was gonna be something I asked before I ran off.
We're not doing that. We're killing this thing.
Lucy's made the bold claim of we're killing this.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they would have answered.
Cool.
She just continues going back into stealth.
Make it like the voice of your blade is being spoken true as we go. So yeah, what's your play?
So I have to get closer to this thing.
You'd presume, yeah. How do you want to do that?
I have to be within 30 feet of this thing.
To do what?
The werebear. I want to cast Hexblade's Curse.
Oh, okay. So that's gonna be... So, this is 30 feet. This is like 30 feet. And I don't think you can get there currently.
I don't think so
With,
either.
like, in just your, like, 30 feet of movement.
Right.
Unless you burn your
so-
action to dash.
5. Yeah, like, you could use your, like, full round, essentially, to get to that spot, but also it's...
No,
yeah.
that's not fun.
5,
That's
10,
not-
15, 20, 25, 30. I think you get, like, here. You can get to this
You can use
square.
the thing on her as well to go from her with the ruler.
Yeah, that's a good point. That works, too. I should just use this more. So
Wait,
this would
hold
be...
on.
What's up?
Can't I Misty Step? That's a bonus action.
But your other thing is a bonus action to hex, so
Yeah, so you'd be using your
Oh.
bonus action to move, essentially in the same manner. But if you wanted to do there and then do like a full, and then do like a different action, you could.
Okay, I guess I will.
you could just curse next round, I guess, would be the
I'll move the 30 feet and
Okay.
I'll cast Eldritch Blast.
It's good. It's good. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There we go. All right. Yeah, you definitely could find line of sight somehow on this thing. All right, fire it off.
Oh, that's not the right channel. It's not even the right channel.
Please keep your dice rolling in the dice rolling channel. Thank you.
Sorry.
And I can add this a D4 to this at any time, every time.
Attacks or
Oh,
saving
no,
throws, so
'cause
attacks.
It's not damage, right? I'm rolling damage, not an attack.
Yeah, you can actually no. For the attack, you can add a D4 into it.
So with your
Sure.
D20 and your initiative, which I think 0 anyway, it is now a D4 and your
You
D20.
can't do initiative.
Not initiative. Sorry.
It's only attack rolls and saving throws.
You had it right, Strixie. You can add it to the attack roll, not
Yeah.
the damage.
Just not your damage. So if you hit, so it's all about like the roll of if you hit versus like when you actually are doing damage, you know? So
Okay.
basically roll the 1d20, roll the d4, add that
And
in.
your attack bonus is what I was trying to say. It's
Yes.
Make sure to keep. That's what I was. Initiative came out. I'm sorry. We're all
Oh, okay, gotcha. But yeah, you're on top of that. Okay, cool. So now you can roll a d4 and add that onto there. Yeah, bless is really good.
Plus is really not,
Okay,
but 14 hit it anyway. Because
14
I
does hit. So yeah, roll your damage. As like the moon is like barely kind of cresting over top of like this this forest opening and whatnot.
What the-
What's up?
No.
Okay.
Just 4.
Lucy walks up with like blade in hand, energy coursing from one arm all the way to the other and gets fired off in this kind of like frosty cool like blast out towards the werebear that connects with the shoulder and kind of just and has this sort of like frosty sheen on the fur that you have to assume it's like this isn't the first cold winter it's felt, but obviously doesn't like that. Cool. So let's add that onto the pile. And now our first cultist bud gets to go. And we get to see what they get up to. That is the wrong cultist sheet that I was working with. Good.
NPCs today?
Good. There is a lot of cultist NPC stat blocks to go through, so
You have 3, and then the enemy, and then also Jesse. So you're juggling.
a little bit. I'm more kind of confused where that cultist stat block went to, but I guess we're using this one instead. And they're going to not press the Windows button. No, we're gonna just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gonna move all the way up there, and I'm gonna actually have them. You hear this cultist, like, kneel down before the pillar and start, like, chanting a prayer to the King's Moon. And that's their turn. Over to Glim now.
Ooh, you're telling me I get to go before the bear?
You do!
Cool.
That bear rolled real good.
That bear, so this bear is, as I described, fully part of its, like, it's inside of its, like, sort of, like, frenzy. So it bursting out of the woods into this and seeing, like, there be people here, it's kind of, like, kind of has, like, the seeing red sort of stuff. So it's, like, not fully inside of gear to, like, go at this point. So you heard him coming before he knew you were there also. So, yeah.
Okay. I raged last time, so I don't have to do that.
Yes.
Um,
That's a good point.
So as my action,
Mhm.
I will dash 80 feet and just get straight up in this bear's face.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60? Which one of these?
Yeah, the top one.
This one?
Yeah.
All right, you have rushed
Go
up.
up, even more.
Oh,
like
you can
around.
go one more?
I
Goodbye.
do the movement.
Oh shit, okay.
Dash. Go up
Up,
one
and
more,
here?
and then one over. Yeah, one over.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
70.
And then
Shit,
as
okay.
my bonus action, I will ignite my
Wasn't it a bonus action to dash?
no action to dash.
Oh, it's an action to dash. Right, yes.
And then as my bonus action,
I'm thinking about
ignite-
rogues. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'll ignite my greatsword in frost. And that will be my turn.
Oh, nice. So, like... so this werebear, like, watches you the whole way and, like, is looking over at you as you, like, unsheath the blade and there's, like, this frost rime coming off of it as it's coming through. So, yeah. Sick as hell. Over to... another one of the cultists. This one is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and has a scimitar, like, draws their sort of scimitar, beside Jesse and seems to, like, ready themselves, and the last cultist now, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30? We're gonna go here. Again, very similar, like, pulling the scimitar and kind of, this one seeming more nervous and kind of, like, looking at Lucy, being, like, almost trying to be, like, what are you doing? Let me kind of go off of whatever's happening here. Because these guys have been worshipping the moon and suddenly seeing this individual just summoning up this sort of strange magic and stuff. Very much going like, oh, you're kind of cool. Now...
I think Dagger Girl is like cool because she was stealth and no one knows what's going on
Yeah,
there.
no one knows where those, like, necessarily came from, other than, like, the party's like, oh, okay, I know. These guys have no idea. You disappeared into the woods, pretty much. And they're like, okay, they're still helping us, but I have no idea how they're doing that or have seen any of these things. So, they're going off of you.
In their heart.
Glim, roll me a perception check.
creepy music plays.